how are you? I'm doing okay. Welcome to my channel once again. Today I have a special topic and it's a continuation of the verb to be. Yes, we are going to talk about the verb to be, but in the past. But before we start, I want to mention a famous quote by William Shakespeare, and it's the following: be or not to be. Think about it. Be or not to be. This speaks about existence. And yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. The verb to be speaks about existence. Existence of the person. The verb to be. This lesson is simple and easy. There is no complication, and it is the following. Let's go ahead and start. We need the subjects. Let's review the subjects once again. And the subjects are you, we, they, I, she, he, it. Okay, we got the subjects. Now, how can we form these sentences in the past with the simple form of the verb to be? With the following, we are going to create sentences with the following formula, and it goes like this. You were. They were. We were. Okay? That's okay. Now we continue with the third person of the singular. And I remind you, in my previous video, I mentioned the third person of the singular. And what happens with the third person of the singular? What happens is that it changes. And it's the following. I was, she was, he was, it was. Great. That's simple. Now I am going to create some beautiful sentences in the past with the simple form of the verb to be, of course. I was happy. She was incredible. My brother was in the house. We were in New York City. They were in the Dominican Republic. It was difficult. Did you see that these sentences are simple to create, and the way for you to create these sentences is just as simple as this? We continue with the following, and the following is the verb to be, again in past, but right now we are going to make these sentences in negative form, and it is the following. We add the complement not. Thank you. And it goes like this. I was not happy. We were not in the Dominican Republic. You were not in the university. It was not difficult. They were not in the capital. They were not in New York City. Okay? Did you get it? Now, the following. And the following is, again, I mentioned the contraction. I mentioned the contraction in the previous video of the simple present of the verb to be. what do we need to use? Again, we are going to use the apostrophe. There you have it. And the apostrophe is like this. We have N, O, and T, and we drop the O and add the apostrophe. And I say, I wasn't happy. She wasn't in the university. They weren't in the university. They weren't in New York City. We weren't in the Dominican Republic. It wasn't difficult. Remember that I mentioned that we use the apostrophes to talk faster and in a much more practical way. Do we continue? Thank you. The next is the following. Right now, I am going to make some sentences with interrogative. And what is the interrogative? The interrogative form. We are going to make, questions. Yes, questions with the verb to be in past, of course. And the formula follows like this. And again, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? We do this. The inversion. If I say, I am happy, was I happy? Were they in New York City? Was it difficult? Were we in the Dominican Republic? Was he happy? Was she in the university? Was it complicated? Was it yesterday? Cool. This is a lesson for today. Please put everything I've taught to you in practice. Make sentences. Click down below. Leave a comment or any questions. Click the subscription button. And don't forget the little bell. There's more, much more to watch. Thank you so much for being on my channel once again. Thank you so much. Boom.